Oh, definitely. Welcome to the BOCC for May 19th. Would you join and pledge allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, justice for all. Welcome and thank you. Okay, we have the agenda approval.
The motion to approve the agenda.
Second. Also vote.
Commissioner Waddell,
Yes.
Chairman Splitter,
Yes.
motion passes.
Consent agenda.
All right. On today's consent agenda, I have the May 12th, 2026 meeting minutes.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
And I will second. Call for the vote.
Commissioner Waddell,
Yes.
Chairman Splitter,
Yes.
motion passes.
The appointments, no appointments. On permits. Licenses and public hearings.
All right, a special event permit application for Peace Loving Vans.
Commissioners, if you don't have any questions, they've met everything with me. They did the application in a timely manner, they paid up the fee in a timely manner. They posted the sign to the public meeting, so people had enough time to get into the meeting if they wanted to be online or come into the office or write a letter to dispute anything that they didn't agree with.
Okay.
And we have had nothing, so everything's been all up and up for that.
Sound good? That motion.
And we also do have someone here, if you have any questions.
Okay. No, I don't have one.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve a special event permit for Peace Loving Vans.
And I will second. Any discussion? Call for the vote.
Commissioner Waddell,
Yes.
Chairman Splitter,
Yes.
motion passes. Next, special event permit for Patterson V Corp.
Commissioners, the same thing, they came in a timely manner, submitted their application in a timely manner, paid all their fees and posted their sign account.
I will make a motion to approve the special event permit for Patterson V Corp.
And a second. Any discussion? Call for the vote.
Commissioner Waddell,
Yes.
Chairman Splitter,
Yes.
motion passes. All right, next I have a book water permit number 260123 for Kim Hawkinson for parcel 21495.
All right, commissioners. So this is a bulk water permit for Kim Hawkinson. The property is located at 4911 County Road 550 in Gardner. Parcel number 21495. They're requesting water as an alternate water source. They have a well, but it is low due to the last rainfall. Upon inspection, there are no flow restrictions. The lot has one residence and two outlets. Based on the findings, staff recommends approval of this application.
Very good.
I make a motion to approve the bulk water permit number 26-0000122.
Second. Any other discussion? Call for the vote.
Commissioner Waddell,
Yes.
Chairman Splitter,
Yes.
motion passes. Next up, for land use application 26-009 for Dan and Carol Sharp.
Okay. The reason there's two different, the agenda has one number and we have another number on here is because we're in the middle of changing systems. So it's the same permit number, just in two separate systems. And we're working out kinks, but at any rate, with this application, Dan and Carol Sharp request a lot line vacation. The property is zoned urban residential. And, on April 14th, the applicant submitted an application for the removal of lot lines and utility easements for parcels 17040, 17041, and 17042 to consolidate into one parcel. Proposed plat amendment was received on April 15th from Southern Colorado Surveying Mapping. The applicant was invoiced on April 14th and application fee of $200, which was paid on April 15th. And the applicant for invoice fees for public noticing and notifying adjacent owners for 3528 on May 12th. It was paid yesterday. So, on May 14th, the planning commission made a motion to send the application to the Board of County Commissioners for approval with condition that there's a deed restriction that the parcel cannot be subdivided in the future. Approval that, the existing house and proposed garage be on the same property. Staff recommends the vacating on the parcel and utility easements with condition there be a deed restriction that the property can never be so. Any questions?
It looks like once it's combined with the, is that 1 acre or 11?
It would be the total of 140.
Point seems to be paid.
Yeah, it'd be like, just like, right, a little more than that.
We keep that. Okay,
1.1 acres, so 1.1 acres.
But subdividing in the future would not be possible. Oh, practically.
Yeah, but the garage would be the garage, the lot line would go through the middle of the garage, that's why they need the vacation. So.
no big deal.
No.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve permit number LU-26-009.
And no second,
With the condition,
it's condition.
Yes. Condition.
the deed restriction,
Yes. You need specific verbiage on that, or do you have?
with condition that, deed restriction that there can be no subdivision.
Is this lot, I'm considering it go right to the garage, probably not impossible to subdivide it in the future.
It's not possible to subdivide it right there in the future. In theory, someone could subdivide it elsewhere.
No,
So what was the reason and not allowing subdivision in the future?
That's a standard thing we've always done on lot combinations, is to prevent people from combining a lot and subdividing later, and then go back and forth. So it's essentially a lot cleanup thing. And it's technically, it is written into the code that way, but the board has always put it on as a condition to make sure people catch it.
Right, and then yes.
Okay, to be clear, the motion I have is motion to approve petition LU-26-009, with staff recommended condition that the property can no longer be subdivided.
There'll be a deed restriction that.
Not necessarily staff recommended condition, but with the condition.
okay. No second condition. Call for the vote.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes.
Chairman Boyd?
Yes.
Motion passes. And then the land use application 26-00107, waiver for exemption Barnes.
Okay. With this application, Craig Andrietti and our Andrietti Well Services, acting on behalf of J.D. Barnes, the applicant requests a waiver exemption from the subdivision regulations for parcel number 27271 located off of County Road 58. So, this parcel, it's on April 23rd, an application letter of intent, authorization form, warrant to be, and plat survey were received by the town. The application is determined to be complete on April 29th, 2026. The fee of $150 was received by the applicant on May 12th. In order for a waiver and or exemption to be issued, the criteria set forth in land use regulations section 2.03 and 04 must be met. Due to the lack of documentation that cannot be found after May 8th of 1972 and before November 12th of 1986 regarding this parcel when the exact subdivision took place, the single parcel 27271 was sold at a tax sale and a treasurer's deed was given on August 29, 2000. Based on the findings of the land use office, staff had recommended approval of this waiver and or exemption. On May 14, 2026, the planning commission made a recommendation to send the application for exemption to the Board of County Commissioners for approval. Do you have any questions on this?
Is this just like a clean lot line?
So this parcel is zoned agricultural.
Mhm.
And it's only like a little over 4 acres. And in order for there to be a well on this property or to build anything on this property, we need to grant them the exemption from the 35-acre lot rule. So,
Yeah, with a well permit, you might remember you need to have 35 acres for a zip well or have a legally subdivided parcel.
and they cannot drill the well on this property from the Division of Water Resources without an exemption granted by the county. So this is located up in Upper Huerfano.
I'll make a motion to approve permit number 26-0000107 waiver for an exemption for Jaden Barn, no special conditions.
Second. Any other question or discussion? Call for the vote.
Commissioner Widow?
Yes.
Ms. Boyd?
Yes.
Motion passes.
And that is all for you this morning.
Thank you. Fun stuff. Okay, on to action items.
All right. First of all, I have for you a redo of resolution 26-15. This is the joint resolution reaffirming the establishment of the Community Corrections Board of their district. After we passed, we sent to Los Animas, they had some corrections to make. Those corrections have been made. So the request to you guys is to repass this resolution.
For the new passing resolution between 6 dash.
Yep.
Make a motion to approve joint resolution reaffirming establishment of the Community Correction Board for third district resolution 6 dash.
And I will second that. Any discussion? Call for the vote.
Commissioner Woodall?
Yes.
Chairman Booth?
Yes.
Motion passes. Then have the resolution number 26-26, a resolution appointing Lola Bradley to the County Revitalization Authority for a term expiring on December 31st, 2029.
Motion to approve resolution 26-26, a resolution appointing Lois Bradley to the County Revitalization Authority for a term expiring on December 31st, 2020.
Okay, I will second that. Any discussion? Okay. It's a vote.
Commissioner Woodall?
Yes.
Chairman Booth?
Yes.
Motion passes. All right. Next have you a request to approve the acceptance of a grant from Steelhead Aeronautics for the 4B1 turnaround taxiway project. I went back and forth on just like doing all of them at once, but we actually haven't gotten anything. We haven't gotten the formal documentation from FAA yet. Just because how they do their awards is a little different. I see that does their awards. So for right now, I'd like to request your approval of an acceptance of the CDOT grant and authorize the chair to sign the agreement.
Motion to accept the award from CDOT Aeronautics for the 4B1 Command Taxiway project and authorize the chair to sign.
I will second that. Yeah, call for the vote.
Commissioner Widow?
Yes.
Chairman Booth?
Yes.
Motion passes. All right. And the next I have for you the fiscal year 2027 Carl Department of Human Services TANF contract. This is the agreement that governs our temporary assistance for needy families program, operated by the County Department of Human Services.
I'll make a motion. To approve the memorandum of understanding for the work of the County Department of Human Services temporary assistance.
I'll second that. Call for the vote.
Commissioner Woodall,
Yes.
Chairman Spooner,
Yes.
motion passes. Then I have for you a May 2026 vendor, prepaid vendor run in the total amount of $19,503. So getting used to the new format.
May prepaid vendor on amount of $19,503.
And I'll second that. Any discussion? Call for the vote.
Commissioner Woodall,
Yes.
Chairman Spooner,
Yes.
motion passes.
Thank you. And then on the correspondence.
Alrighty then. So first up, I have your CAP monthly reports, your casualty and property insurance company, monthly reports, then your workers' compensation, the county's workers' compensation pool monthly report, the treasurer's fund ledger for April 2026, the May 2026 airport fuel report, and then a CTSI technical update on county fairs without the risk.
Very good. Okay, on to public comment. Each person will be able to have 3 minutes for public comment. Please address the board through the chair. Opportunity to express your views and generally not engage back and forth. But I don't know if anybody will more than that. But if you'd state your name and for the record for people online and I'll move forward. First up is
Ronald James Pacheco.
Jacob.
Okay, I'm got another lesson for today. And I commend the twins out here because that's what I happen to have in my hand, what I call it. And you're going to see exactly how this involves the system we have here today.
Thank you.
There you go. There you go.
Thanks, sir.
Mhm. Here we go. Yeah, just that, buddy. There you go. Yeah. First, in front of you is called twins. Reason why? You're going to see the document number on top. You look over on the next page. They're the same, exactly the same. Now, if you only notice one thing difference about this page, the names and then the perfected date. That there is what I'm illustrating to you about when it comes to twins. Okay, there's not only a system that we have here, it's the system what we see. All right, and that's why this twins is essential when it comes to my probate, and I got to take things seriously. When I find stuff like this, it's very adamant. Everybody should know. Okay, it doesn't match. Okay, they're not twins. I'm a twin. My brother's Donald Anthony Pacheco. I'm Ronald James Pacheco, the descendant of the Moore Grant. That the next page will show you on book 8. On book 8, I made it quite clear that the core line width on this one is 6 core line with south. Okay, that's the bottom all structure. Total acres 22,000 plus, exceeding well over the Walsenburg area, which I will definitely make consideration on changing that name because we all know what Mr. Walson done back in the day. Okay, next page. Clear signature of the gentleman, something that in probate they gave me a rubber stamp of a judge, which in law does not mean nothing. Okay, now the next page. Township lines connections on this survey map explains to you the miles. That much acres, you have a total of 270 miles. Okay? Quite a distance on a grant, somebody that takes it apart and takes care of it, right? Well, especially when it's a Moore grant, not a V-Hill grant. To the lowest denominator that I do believe it is. Okay, but that's beside the point. 1869 is the completed date, not 1870, what people facilitate. Okay, next page, we have the indexing range, 67, 66, and 65.
Okay.
Am I up?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, you guys have a good day, and I'm just so happy just to be here with you all. Get you another teaching lesson next week. All right.
All right.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
sir.
much.
Appreciate it. All right. Anyone else in or online? Anybody?
No, I took time.
Okay, sound good. All right, on to staff reports.
All right, commissioners. You have my staff report in the packet. The big thing that we did post the housing regulations. It's down here. We did post the housing regulations on Friday, with the draft changes to housing related changes to the county land use code. That public comment period will run until June 15th, 2026. I expect to have an award for you for the turnaround taxiway next week. And then everything else is the meetings that we had over the last week or so. Do you have any questions?
Sounds good. Nothing from the attorney and no need for executive session. We do have an upcoming at 11 human services workshop. Now, entertaining a motion for adjournment.
Make a motion.
Second, and call for vote.
Commissioner Wardell?
Yes.
Chairman Speed?
Yes,
Motion passes.
we are adjourned, 10:22.
Excellent.
Hey, thank you. I look so different without his hat.